Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome to OBJECTION is Attorney Trilogy. Thank you, Capcom Creators, for the code. So, this is gonna be blind. I have played a little bit of Phoenix Wright, but I didn't get very far, so we are going to start with the first one. That being OBJECTION Ace Attorney. Oh, you're using that you're on. So yeah, we are starting with OBJECTION Ace Attorney. Let's go. New game. So this is the remaster, re-release of it on PS4, Xbox, etc. This PS4 version. Turnabout, Turnip. Yeah, I haven't played before. I seem to be in a bit of trouble, something like that. Dead. Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that? April 20th, 9:37 AM, District Court. Defendant Lobby number 3. I can turn on autoplay. I don't want autoplay. Panicked. Palm sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous. Ah, good morning. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Wound up, sir. No, I'm loose. I'm fine. That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial is a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine. I got the 5 AM to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech. I overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir? I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him at the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. My name is OBJECTION. It isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. Today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. The boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him! No way! Whoa. Good morning? Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial. Nervous. Meeting him? Cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something? Help? So you're... Fine. I'm fine. Ah, Mr. Fine, is it? I do remember you having an odd name. We're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin's a top-notch defense attorney. He's your friend, so why? You'll see. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, it's time, shall we? Yes, sir. Okay, I need to focus. First trial. Here comes justice. April 20th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. I'm going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial. Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Oh, Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. Under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, our defense attorney must always see to his client's wishes. My client physically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? Do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. So Gavin's got trial experience. Fine. Does he have cords of steel? Then let's begin. The defense may enter the courtroom. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Let's put this past behind us, shall we? These days I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. Or if the prosecution would be so kind to explain the charges, Mr. Payne. I think I saw you into this room a fresh attorney. Now I see you leaving chains. Ah, Winston Payne, subtle as ever, I see. Crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. Defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer. He hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack! Killed him cold. A customer at the restaurant, you say. Defendant, you say he was. The pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright. Pianist? This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice. It has grape on it. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. Court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Alright, so let's add it to our court record. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently. Court record. Right, I've heard of that. Use R1 to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right, just R1. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So the victim was a customer at this restaurant. Just who was this from Shady Smith fellow? Believe he was a traveler, Your Honor? A traveler? According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. He had some sort of connection with the defendant. That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime. They had only just met them. Why, murder? Perhaps the victim slid the defendant's piano playing? That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least, not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second. Poker. Gambling? That's a crime in and of itself. Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. Objection! It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. It was only that, a game. Comparisons. A competition, Your Honor. A competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent flash of passion. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Come again? Cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. Blue backs, bleh. I believe the defendant was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women. That will be our first order of business here, then. Find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the courts about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. Witness testimony. Competition. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. Room where we play in the competition. There are the club's main attractions. Rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. Our customers are happy. A pianist who can't play piano. A defense attorney who can't defend. Very well. Defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. First cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you alright? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? A figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times, though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? Let's do. Should I ask for Mr. Gavin for a refresher course? Let's do it. Better safe than sorry, especially this early in the game. Yes, teach me. I know nothing. Indeed, your job, Justice, is to be mindful of the court record and the testimony. Look for inconsistencies in the testimony with what the court record tells you. Have you found any inconsistency? That's when you present the conflicting evidence from the court record with R1. I didn't hear any change at all in the testimony just now. A good sign that you need to press the witness with L1 for more information. Press him? Don't let the fact that he's a remarkable man hold you back. Get more information. Isn't Mr. Wright my client? Well, think you can do it. Yes, thank you, sir. I think I can do it. I think you'd better, or we're gonna have a problem. Just remember that any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That was cross-examination. Learn it. Know it. Do it. Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright? As if. Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. Let's begin the cross-examination. Alright. The competition. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take... Okay, so I can go forward back. I take customers over at the poker table, room where we play in the competition. There are the club's main attractions. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. Well, a game, our customers are happy. Press on the... Real job. They paged the play poker? That would seem to be the case. A professional, after all. Bah! Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. What? I've played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost once. What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is quite a draw. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? Okay. Oh, that's all we got out of that. Yeah, poker using 2 decks of cards. Wait. On 2 decks of cards? 2 decks of cards? Simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely, cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. Crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. 1 deck of cards was red, the other blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5 card hands. You can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes, a game of hands. Huh? So, you claim you weren't gambling. That's right. It was simply a game. You didn't bet any money, not even a little. The only thing at stake in our game was pride itself. Oh, well put, Mr. Wright. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. Stake's your fate. Get back to the trial now. I imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. Is it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. Need more information? Don't forget to press. Right, I got it. I'm fine. I'll listen to that testimony again. Penis betrayed, but I cannot... Am I just like pressing on everything? Or... You can hardly play. Oh, I play sometimes when customers demand it. But I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Is that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large. Why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? My job is to take on interested customers over the poker table. This? Hey, we just play. Oh wait, we did this. I'm a professional after all. Okay, we did this. We played 7 years in that little room, never lost once. When we play in the competition there are the club's main attractions. Room in a crime scene photo is an attraction? Has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. The black market? Oh, in the past, things like the black market are only the silver screen now. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. Talky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. Gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a dude keeps watch through the small window. Practically picture it now. That window does look like it'd be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. It had a few other tricks to it. Though it was common knowledge to our regulars, hey, right, they came to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. There's competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game, after all. Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment the crime occurred. You claim no connection to the crime? Now that's strange. What's strange? Testifying about the competition that night. Asked asking me about the crime at this point? Is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expect to hear a cry of objection from the defense. I can't believe let that one slip by. On this very yet, Justice, sir, right? There's something I'd like made clear, namely your connection to the case at hand. I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well. Defendant will amend his testimony. It's one little press. I've got myself a whole new testimony. I played silence regarding the murder, but I would say I never touched the murder weapon. Wait, I can present this deadly bottle. It bears his prints. Objection! So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon? This grape juice bottle? Right? So I said... Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Too bad. New defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. This is yelling can damage the judge's ears. And our case. But what about my cores of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on the bottle in the restaurant? Well, if that's true, the prints alone. Objection! Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? The fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? It means this holy bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that. Yes, to brain someone with the bottle. Oh no! Mr. Gavin, I think things just turn for the worse. Oh, I see no problem, Justice. The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? It hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported? Was the defendant, Mr. Wright, still, really? Well, according to the case file, murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene, shall we? Victim was murdered in a small room in the basement, 2 floors down from the ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. Call came from the first floor of the restaurant. I see, and this is the phone that made the call, which has been added to our court record. Then it could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet, he failed his duty as a citizen and reported to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? I say, Mr. Gavin, I better not waste this. I think the prosecution is toying with our client enough for the time being. Toy? I assure you no one is more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room at the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? Answer simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. You're as good as they say you are. This was in the room tonight. Crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime. As my watch is my desk. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. The witness will state her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? Surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. I use a little hair job. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. Are you sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please come out. Isn't well against hair crime against hair crime, Your Honor? Well, if you're sure it's okay. Now, the prosecution. Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witnesses' paraphernalia? Yeah, she's a professional. Your Honor, those are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be... My name is Oh-rly. I am employed as waiter in Borscht Bull Club restaurant. Then why the camera? Of course, it's my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how it is said, other service. I take it one of those other services is taking the customer's pictures? Ta-da! Like, for example, this one. That's the defendant. Indeed, on the night of the murder. Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. Indeed, that is the victim. Order! Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It is the same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers. Casually. And the court will casually accept this new evidence. August has been added to the court record. Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room, the hideout, we call it. Excuse me, the hideout. It is room where famous gangster bad guy was... bad guy. Okay. Suppose so. I'm okay. I'm not okay. It is room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested. It is room where murder took place. What? Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post by courtroom door later for you. Da-da! Photos will be numbered and you will write which one do you want copy of. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. Victim J.D. Smith, Mr. Wright, and Oh-rly, our witness. If Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Very well, witness! You will testify to the court about that night's events.